Hello my lovelies, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. For this week's yoga stretch class, we are doing a post leg day or post run little yoga stretch. So these are all the stretches and all the poses that we should be doing after we've worked out or after we've been on a run to prevent pain, to prevent injuries, to keep our flexibility. But it's the stretches that we often not avoid doing, but we forget to do. We just come back from our run, little stretch, touch the toes, carry on with the day, and then wonder why we've got knee pain, hip pain, joint pain, etc. Now I'm speaking from experience because I used to do a lot of running and have a lot of pain in my knees, and it's because my quads were too tight and my calf muscles as well, and they're pulling on the knee. So since I've started doing these stretches, and I've done them for a long time now, these are probably my most done stretches. The stretches that I do the most. Especially when I've done a leg workout or I've been on a run, and they have helped me so much. So I'm hoping this little routine is going to help you too. So go and grab your mat and we will get started. So we're actually going to begin in our child's pose. At the end of the mat, and make this a nice active child's pose. So walk your hands as far forward as they will go. Rest the forehead to the mat. Just let the hips sink down to the heels. Take a few deep rounds of the breath. Breathing into any tightness in the lower body, and maybe the upper body here. Take one more deep breath, see if you can let go any further here, soften the body any more. And slowly start to walk the hands in. We're going to take it into a hamstring stretch from here. So tuck the toes underneath, feet hips distance apart. We're just going to roll into our ragdoll. So find the elbows and let the crown of the head drop. Keep a soft bend into the knees. And again, we want to breathe completely, letting go into the body, softening through the back of the neck, the head, the face, the arms, the shoulders. And if you want, you can bring in a little movement from side to side. Breathe through any discomfort that you experience, staying even if it's uncomfortable as long as there's no pain. Easing out or modifying if you feel pain, especially into the knee or the hip joint. Stay here just for a couple more breaths. See if you can relax any further. And then slowly bring the hands down. And you might have to bend deep into the knees to do that. We're going to walk out into our downward facing dog. So you can come into your plank first, shoulders over the wrists, then push the hips up towards the ceiling. Press the heels down. And if you feel like this stance is a little wide, just walk the feet in a little closer. And if the heels aren't down on the mat, bring more of a bend into the knees. And we're just going to walk our dog out. So start to bend the knees and let the hips move from side to side. And then finding stillness in your downward facing dog, we're going to walk the feet halfway towards the hands. Left heel turns in, right foot steps between the hands. You can bend into your right knee and you can bring your hands onto blocks. Ideally in this pose we want our legs to be straight, our left hip to pull forward, our right hip to pull back. Inhale, lengthens the spine, opens the chest. And exhale, folds us forward over the right leg. And you can use your right hand to bring you a little closer in. So we should be feeling a deep pull, hard not to hit, all the way through the back of that right leg. I'm going to stay for a few rounds of the breath. Just like in our other poses, completely relaxing the upper body. Take one more deep breath. And then bring both hands down. Slowly start to bend the back knee. Sit the hips back and pull up your right toes. So this should take it into a really deep calf stretch. Drawing the belly towards the thigh, chest can stay open. And then if you want a little more, use your right hand to draw your right toes in towards you and allow the head to fold. These are all options and optional. You can stop at any point when you're at the edge of the stretch, when it feels enough. Maybe sitting back a little further. Take one more deep breath here. See if you can draw those right toes in any closer. And then slowly we're going to switch sides. So step forward with the left foot. Step back with the right foot. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open the chest. And exhale to fold. Again, you can use that left hand to draw you in a little closer. Completely relaxing, softening the shoulders and the head. Take one more deep breath. And then bring both hands down. Start to bend the back knee as you sit your hips back and pull up toes of these left toes. Pull them towards you. Stay here or use your left hand to draw the left toes in and fold the forehead down. So we should be feeling a really deep pull all the way through the back of that left calf muscle. Take one more deep breath. Maybe pull the toes in a little closer. And then slowly release. Come all the way down to all fours and just shake the legs out. Well done. We'll give the hamstrings a break. We're going to step the right foot outside of the right hand and find our lizard pose. So for this lizard pose, we're going to lift the chest and let the hips drop forward. Find length all the way through the underside of the body. Close the eyes if you can. And just take a few deep rounds, breathing deep into the front of that left hip to the inside of the right hip. Then on your exhale, take a little twist. So let your left hip drop down as you look over your right shoulder. Again, we want to stay here for a couple more rounds of the breath. And slowly from here, see if you can bring this left foot up towards the ceiling. Try not to get cramped. And this should bring a stretch into the front of that left quad. So you can use a strap or anything that you have to try and reach back with your right hand to find that left foot. And this is going to allow you, once you hold the foot, to soften the body and relax. You can drop down to your left forearm. And you can let this right knee drop away towards the side. Just take this pose wherever you can. Listen to your body. Naturally, the hips will pull back, which is fine. You might have to lift up and back, but see if you can relax forward once you find the foot. You might even be able to turn the body towards the mat, which is going to bring that foot in a little closer and allow you to go much deeper into the front of that left quad. And if this gets challenging, deepen the breath. Don't force anything, just relax. Well done. Take one more deep breath wherever you are here. And be mindful of that back knee as you release the left foot. Draw the hips back and shake out the right leg. And we go straight into that left side. So step the left foot forward. We want to stay high in our lizard. So lifting through the chest as you inhale. Let the right hip drop down. Maybe close the eyes and just breathe into any tightness here. And then as you exhale, see if you can take that twist. So let your right hip drop down and gently look over the left shoulder. Again, we stay for a few more rounds of the breath. And then start to draw in that right foot. Maybe holding here or reaching back with that left hand. See if you can find it. Use a strap, use a sock. Hold the bottom of your leggings or whatever you have on. And maybe drop down to that forearm if it's there. And you can let your left knee drop away. Keep the chest spinning open. Or you can close the chest towards the floor. We're just going to deepen that stretch because it's going to make you pull that right heel in a little closer. So just play around here, stopping at the edge of the stretch, and just breathe and relax as much as you can into it. Well done. Take one more deep breath and gently release. Slowly draw all the way back, shake the legs out. We're going to find one more stretch on each side. And I think this is a very important stretch. It's our pigeon pose. So we're going to get all the way into the outer hip and into the glute, which is great, especially if you've been doing weights, any squatting or lunges. We're going to bring our right knee to the back of the right wrist. Slide the left leg away, and then you choose how far this right foot comes up the mat. The more in line with the right knee the right foot is, the deeper the stretch. You can use your left hand underneath the right heel to stop it sliding down the mat, and you can also sit onto a block or a cushion. Keep your left hip pulling down so you're not sinking over to the right side or resting. See if you can support your forehead onto a block, a cushion, or your forearm. And by supporting the upper body, it's just going to let you relax the lower body. So big deep breaths, don't force anything here, just soften the hips, soften the glutes. And just give your body a little bit of time. Take one more deep breath here, see if you can relax any further. And just slowly making your way back out. And straight to that left side. Slide that right leg away. You choose how far this left foot draws up the mat. And if it's quite high up, use that right hand to stop it sliding down. Keep your right hip drawing down. There should be a gap underneath that left glute and the mat, unless you're super duper flexible. The same thing, just soften into the lower body. Breathing into any tightness, breathing through any discomfort as long as there's no pain, especially into that left knee. Take one more deep breath here. And then slowly this time, just sit down to that left glute and draw your right leg all the way around. And we'll just find a quick seated position. Bring the hands to the heart center. Take a moment to just check in with the body. One last time, notice how it feels to have stretched out and released tension from the lower body. And take a moment to send yourself gratitude. Thank yourself for taking this time out, dedicating it to the physical body, but also the mind, knowing that your legs are going to thank you in the morning. Bow the head to the heart. Namaste.